want to report a little bit more about our Afghan friends, the refugees who have come in here out of that terrible situation in Afghanistan. This is Mission Alive. You're with Roger from the MSC Mission Office. As a lot of you know, some time ago we began helping the Afghans out around the Campbelltown area, and we did an appeal for the Afghans on behalf of the humanitarian advocacy group, and that went very well, and we thank everybody who has been supportive of that. At that stage, initially when these people came, there was immediate needs for clothes. They pulled out a kabole only in what they stood up in, so they needed clothes, particularly as it was cold. They needed shoes and all those immediate needs. They also needed local knowledge of things about buses, trains, shops, stores, all kinds of stuff. They came from another country, another culture, into Australia, which is a very strange place for them. And they needed cash, money, so that they could, buy other things that they wanted. Go and buy a cup of coffee or buy some particular food that they wanted or something. So there was all those things. One of the interesting things is in that appeal, some of that money was directed to a lady in Melbourne who was an Afghan woman, lived in Australia for many years, and she runs an organisation called Afghan Women's Organisation. And we directed money to her, and it was interesting when all the invoices and things came in, the accounting for it, there was a lot on pressure cookers. And I thought, that's interesting, pressure cookers. And I made some inquiries. Apparently, cooking in a pressure cooker is a fairly standard way of cooking in Afghanistan. Maybe some of their meat is might be a bit hard, a bit tough, like goats or camels or whatnot. So the pressure cooker cooks them very nicely, and they can put all their vegetables and whatever they want in there. So this is a particular, it's a cultural thing from a different place, and they got here and no pressure cookers. How are we going to cook? It'd be like if some of us ended up in a village in Papua New Guinea and cooking over an open fire, we wouldn't know how to cook, even though we might be very smart here with gas and electricity. So that's just a thing, the difference when people come from another culture. And we have to keep that in mind, as I've said recently, with language. Just the way we speak and the things we say and how we say them are often very strange for others. And often too, they might use the English language in ways that we find strange. That's not to say people are stupid or that we're stupid or whatever. It means we're different. And that demands we have to have respect for each other, we have to have love for each other, we have to have acceptance. And we also have to listen and perhaps ask some intelligent questions and help people to understand the way we speak, to help them to learn how to speak and communicate in the Australian context. So there's many, many things in there, and we can think of many examples. I'll tell you, I can tell you some more stories another time. So now with the Afghans, they've moved on. Most of them are now within the government system of centre care and all of those things, and some have moved on to getting jobs. Some have got housing, at least temporary housing. A lot now they're looking for furniture, and often people are willing to donate furniture, which is very generous. But then the difficulty is to get some money to hire a truck to carry the furniture. So life gets complicated, but they're moving on, they're moving along, and that's good, and they're starting to become part of our society. But they still need a lot of follow-up with contact, friends, family to family, and that sort of thing. And one comment from an Afghan was about how the Christian churches have been so open and so helpful. And there is a report of all the different Christian churches in Australia, how much they have gathered together and helped the Afghans in many different ways. And there will be more Afghans coming in due course. Enough for now. Part of our mission is to be welcoming of people, accepting of people, and that applies to everybody. So we are all on mission. Have a good time of mission.